Hey, what's going on everybody? DJ B Plus here, and thank you for checking out another recap countdown video. As always, I have another good one for you this week. We'll be taking a look at King's Dream Entertainment artist Paul Russell. And Paul Russell came out with a project entitled In a Dry Season about 2 weeks ago, and to be honest with you, for that first week I really didn't give it that many listens. But by the second week I gave it a spin, then I gave it another spin, then I gave it another spin, then I was like, hey, I have to give this project a recap countdown video. Now if this is your first time experiencing a recap countdown video, allow me to quickly go over what that is. I take a look at my 5 favorite bars off of that project, my 4 favorite beats, my 3 favorite tracks, then I highlight 2 feature artists off of that project, then I do one final recap of the album and just kind of filling any loose gaps that I had in there. Now if this is your first time getting introduced to Paul Russell, it is my pleasure to introduce you to him. He is a dope artist, and without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into this review.
Yo, never get a spit on the soapbox, I'ma get a whole lot real quick, man. I'm on the fence with the rap thing, really, you be happy to know that we're making amends. So I'm basically friends with the rap me now. Never turn away when the rap beat down. Stereotype and the blacks me down. I can run from it all, but it tracks me down and it tracks me down. When she put up without a nose ring, and we spent some time in OC, I saw these rules I really don't need. Yeah, I guess she had to show me that. I said I ain't eating yet, but I can hear him saying grace soon. Really spent a whole lot of days on the debut. Made more tunes, but the crew play the same too. Yeah. You missed the big shot, thinking you can pick and choose. I got a plan you won't believe if you just listen, dude. I got a plan that I'ma speak into existence, dude. I got a plan you couldn't speak into a sentence, dude. But you won't see. Wish I could zoom through the cold and just get back here next flight with a gift for the growth.
Okay, let's hop on in with Kimbo Slice. I really enjoyed that line because this is the first track off of the project, and this is not Paul Russell's normal style, but I thought he killed it, thought he did a great job. Really showed his versatility with that one. So moving on to Rules. The funny thing about relationships is that it often takes somebody that doesn't fit your rule, doesn't fit into your nice pretty box, and they will show you some things about yourself and about life. So really like that line there. Moving on to Feels Like a Dream. I ain't eaten yet, but I can hear him saying grace. I like that just because it shows that though Paul Russell's off to a great start in his career, this is only the tip of his iceberg, and he's going to be off and running with even some more powerful things. Moving on to his line from Good Things, I really enjoyed that because it often takes us stopping and listening to really understand that the plans that God has for us are better. So I really like that line, and it really resonated with me. And finishing things up with Open Road. It is so true. We do want to zoom through the cold parts in life and just get to the nice, pretty finished product, but that's not how things work. We want to hurry up and get to the end where we have all the experience, but life is a process, and that's why I really enjoyed that line there. Now let's move on to my 4 favorite beats.
I can get real down when I'm broken. I don't see a way out with no hope, but she can keep me cool, calm. That's dope. I said, ooh, I'ma get a half of the town in the mood. Going out in Kalamazoo, thinking I went platinum the sound of the room. YMCA is where I be at. They say they brought the 90s back, maybe I peaked there. Now I can take a stab at grimy rap. Rapper turn past the turn, YouTuber back to rapper. Trying to figure out who I can model my career after the clouds. It's like a shout out track. It's a love song.
Okay, let's look at my 4 favorite beats here. Kalamazoo, just a really fun, smooth track. Enjoyed that one a whole lot. The second it came on, I knew I was gonna like it. Moving on to number 4, Feels Like a Dream. Now that track actually felt like a slow crank of a weird Jack in the Box, but it just fits so well together with the 808s and the rest of the production. Thought Feels Like a Dream was a great track. Moving on to 45th Avenue Interlude. The second I heard it, I was like, this is an instant classic, an instant hip-hop classic. So enjoyed 45th Avenue Interlude a whole lot. And then rounding things out is The Rules. Now I'm still getting used to this Dallas weather. It's kind of weird spring doesn't last that long, but this is one of those songs during the spring where you want to roll down your windows and just ride to. So really enjoy Rules, and now let's look at my 3 favorite tracks off of Once in a Dry Season by Paul Russell.
With faces who fake understood things, but don't waste such a good thing. Just make childhood dreams, even if they ain't your own, yeah, hey. But God said, hold up, what you mean about it? I made the whole world by only speaking about it. You acting like you know it's good and decent about it, but I provided everything while you was sleep or doubt it.
My etiquette is that of a mammal. King of the jungle, I'm just happy we stopped wearing flannels.
But did we? Or they just don't go with the 350s? On the beat to the Z's, hit me, just breathe with me. They think I'm a homegrown kid in maybe 3 cities. I'm guessing I'll speak to the peak. Hit me G, really trying not to trust in my sight. The past no look, do a whole verse on the track that has no hook. It's every day after it's you, God. Don't let me get too far. Don't let me get my shoes off. You knew before the tunes dropped. And really every day after it's all open road, from coast to coast, but this one's home, it's all.
Okay, my 3 favorite tracks off of Paul Russell's In a Dry Season, starting things off with Good Things. I really like the contrast of the first 2 verses of the song with the last verse. It kind of reminded me of the book of Job, where Job kind of goes through what he goes through, and then finally God just has to answer a lot of questions for him and just kind of remind him who he was. So I really enjoyed Good Things. And next up I have 45th Avenue Interlude. Now to get the backstory of this song, you have to check out Ruslan's YouTube channel. He really details how Paul Russell stole this song right out from under him. Very funny story, but I really enjoyed it. It's just a heavy hitter, and I have to give Ruslan a shout out because he absolutely killed his verse, and John Keefe did his thing on his verse too as well. Stay tuned, he might just be one of my favorite features off of this project. And lastly, Open Road was my favorite track off of this project. It just sums up to me the entire project. This life that we live is so much of a journey. We don't know what chapter we're on yet in life, but we just know that, and we trust that God is writing out a super dope story, and we're just along for the ride, and we are hoping for those open roads in life. But sometimes you kind of have to go on some detours and stuff like that. But I really enjoyed Open Road, and let's move on to my 2 favorite features off of this project.
Fish.
I was lost and on a cloud. You came into my heart, and now I'm amazed just at the fact that I am loved. I was hoping for a diamond change, 'cause money ruled my everything, and reefer smoke was blowing in my face.
Actively trying to match up with the standard of God and the passion of Christ, compassionate eyes. They recognize the practice of lies, and I'm an advocate for abstaining from inaccurate rhymes. Get back in the line, know your place and understand mine. You all talk and no action, that's an inverted mind. See, real G's silent, no one knows I'm back on the grind. With explosives under me, just like I stepped on a mine. See, I got sick thoughts, God gave me the illest of minds.
So there you have it, my 2 favorite features off of this project, Montell Fish and John Keith. Now let's start things off with Montell Fish. I've been a fan of his for the past couple years, been following his work. I really enjoy him a lot because he's a very unique artist. He stays true to how art comes to him, and he sticks to that, and he's very good at what he does. Now let's move on to John Keith. He did a great job on his feature on 45th Avenue Interlude. Like, he killed it. Like, especially the line he had where all talk, no action, like an inverted mind. Thought that was one of the most clever lines I've heard in a long time. So John Keith gets the nod there. Now this project was really hard to pick out my favorite features because it had a lot of good features. Ruslan's verse on 45th Avenue Interlude was amazing. I feel bad because I really do follow a lot of Ruslan's music. And in fact, in 2017, he was my top listened to artist on Spotify. That was the year he was doing the weekly. So I'm a big fan of what he does musically, a big fan of what he does on YouTube. So I feel terrible that he was not included in this review, but he did an amazing job with the production. The production was dope. I like the way the project just flowed from one song to the next, just flowed perfectly. The second I hear one song, I want to hear the next song. So he did a great job there. And another thing I kind of realized is is that Osmond Place and Renfro did not make my countdown at all, and that's not because I didn't enjoy either one of those tracks. Osmond Place is actually one of those songs where I like to think that I'm Anderson .Paak in my car and I'm playing the air drums and I'm singing my heart out. So Osmond Place is a dope track. Check that one out as well. And thank you guys so much for checking out this recap countdown of Paul Russell's Once in a Dry Season. I really enjoyed this track. I think you will enjoy it as well. Make sure you go to kingsdreament.com so you can buy some merch, so you can go support this artist and other King's Dream artists as well. And once again, thank you so much. This is DJ B+. And until next time, peace in and confusion out.